Today, we peel back the curtain on how Musk built what many call a budding trillionaire dynasty. Stick with me for the next 10 minutes. By the end, you'll know how Musk Holdings interlock, where the real money is, and what risks could topple the whole structure. Elon Musk's wealth isn't about cash in the bank. It's about control through ownership. As of 2025, his net worth is estimated at several $100 billion, most of it tied up in shares of Tesla, SpaceX, and his other ventures. What sets Musk apart is how his empire functions as a network of interdependent companies, rather than isolated businesses. He owns large stakes in each, ensuring influence without always holding a majority. His wealth strategy centers around long-term equity rather than liquid capital, allowing him to leverage shares for funding while retaining control. At the center of this structure is Excion LLC, Musk's private wealth management office. It coordinates investments, loans, and tax strategies across his companies. When Tesla stock surges, Musk's paper wealth skyrockets. When it dips, his fortune can drop by tens of billions overnight. But this volatility is the trade-off for control. He rarely sells shares, often using them as collateral for loans to fund new projects. Musk's empire blurs a line between innovation and influence. Every venture feeds another. Tesla's energy business supports SpaceX's power systems. SpaceX's Starlink supports global connectivity for X. Neuralink represents a frontier of human-machine integration. Rather than diversifying to reduce risk, Musk amplifies his bets around one big idea. The future must be built, not waited for. That's the foundation of a trillionaire in the making. Musk's empire rests on a cluster of companies that each tackle a piece of humanity's future. At its center is Tesla, his best-known brand and the main source of his net worth. Tesla isn't just a car company. It's an ecosystem of electric vehicles, solar panels, energy storage, and artificial intelligence. Its rise turned Musk into one of the richest people on Earth and made EVs mainstream. Then there's SpaceX, the company that redefined space travel. Its reusable rockets cut launch costs dramatically, opening a new era for commercial space exploration. But SpaceX is more than rockets, it's also Starlink, the satellite network bringing internet access to remote regions worldwide and serving as a potential trillion-dollar data backbone. X, formerly Twitter, marks Musk's move into social media and digital infrastructure. He's transforming it into a financial and communication everything app, linking it to his AI company, xAI, which builds models to compete with OpenAI and Google. Meanwhile, Neuralink explores brain-computer interfaces, aiming to merge human intelligence with machines. And the Boring Company attacks urban traffic with underground tunnels and high-speed transit concepts. Each company connects to Musk's overarching mission: sustainable energy, multiplanetary life, and advanced AI. These aren't random bets, they're interlocking steps toward reshaping civilization. If Tesla powers the world, SpaceX expands it, Neuralink evolves it, and X connects it, Musk becomes the architect of the next industrial revolution. What makes Musk's empire different from other billionaire portfolios is how it's built as an ecosystem, not a collection. Every company strengthens another, creating a loop of innovation, capital, and talent. Musk's management style is often described as chaotic, but calculated. He uses overlapping teams, shared technologies, and unified visions to push progress across industries simultaneously. At the heart of it all is a storytelling strategy. Musk doesn't just build products. He builds narratives that attract investors, talent, and governments. SpaceX is about saving humanity from extinction. Tesla is about saving Earth from climate collapse. Neuralink promises to save human consciousness from AI. The message is clear. Every company exists to ensure humanity's survival, and that vision keeps billions flowing in. Government contracts and subsidies play a massive role, too. SpaceX has secured billions from NASA and the U.S. military, while Tesla thrives on renewable energy credits and EV incentives. Musk's political and regulatory relationships allow him to position his companies where government money meets future tech. He also cross-leverages assets. Tesla batteries power SpaceX facilities. Starlink serves Tesla vehicles. Data from X feeds AI development at xAI. This interconnected design gives Musk flexibility and resilience. Even if one company stumbles, others can support it. In essence, Musk's empire is a system of feedback loops: financial, technological, and ideological. It's less a collection of businesses and more a living machine engineered to scale the future. Elon Musk's fortune looks massive on paper, but it's built on volatile foundations. The majority of his wealth comes from Tesla stock, which can rise or fall by billions in a single day. SpaceX, while private, holds an enormous valuation that could make Musk the world's first trillionaire if it ever goes public. Starlink, SpaceX's satellite arm, could one day be a global telecom giant. But for now, it burns billions in infrastructure costs. That's the upside. The downside is just as dramatic. Musk's empire is heavily concentrated. Most of his value sits in a few illiquid assets. He's asset-rich, cash-poor. To fund acquisitions like Twitter, Musk often borrows against the stock, creating leverage risk. If markets turn or investors lose confidence, the dominoes could fall fast. Beyond finances, there are political and regulatory threats. Tesla's growth depends on government EV incentives, and SpaceX's defense contracts depend on political goodwill. Musk's increasingly controversial public persona could alienate regulators, investors, or customers. Technological risks loom too. Neuralink faces ethical and medical hurdles. The Boring Company remains largely experimental, and X still hasn't proven its financial sustainability. Musk's genius lies in betting big on the future, but big bets come with big volatility. The empire's strength and fragility are the same thing. Everything connects. That synergy fuels growth, but also means that one major failure, regulatory, financial, or reputational, could ripple across the entire Musk ecosystem. Where does Musk's trillionaire empire go from here? If history's any guide, he's not slowing down, he's consolidating. The next logical step could be a holding company sometimes called X Holdings to bring Tesla, SpaceX, XAI, and others under one roof. That would formalize the ecosystem he's already built and create the structure of a true trillion-dollar conglomerate. SpaceX and Starlink are likely to expand aggressively, potentially launching initial public offerings to raise capital and distribute risk. Starlink alone could transform into a global communications network, linking everything from electric cars to smart cities. Tesla will continue to evolve beyond vehicles into robotics, AI, and grid-scale energy systems. Musk's teased Optimus humanoid robots could make Tesla as much a robotics company as an automaker. It's a story of how one person can touch cars, rockets, social media, and even the human mind. If you like this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more inside the mind breakdowns. Drop a comment. Which Musk company are you most curious about? Neuralink? Starlink? Let me know, and I might make a whole video on it.